Dire team.
Alright, so welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League. My name is Triumph-Man and I will be casting Zero versus Virtus.Pro. Now we have a couple of stand-ins tonight. Here we have Arsart playing Arsart, as well as that is Lost Light of Heaven there, I believe, under the name Furion, playing for Virtus.Pro, whereas we also, obviously, Black have had a couple of stand-ins tonight as well. Recently we've had Bambo leave the team, and we've got Fatter there as well as Pass. There we go, Wisp being banned out by Virtus.Pro, interesting choice there. And we also have the Undying being banned out by Zero there. King on the ban. So we also have Keeper of the Light being knocked out by Virtus.Pro. Interesting choice there to see Keeper of the Light knocked out this early. Sometimes we see him banned in the second phase, not usually knocked out in the first phase like this. Also Rubik being picked off as well by Zero. And of course we've seen exactly how nasty Virtus.Pro can be with that. But they're going to open up here with a Batrider pick. Now I'm just wondering if we're going to see the continuation of Sven. Sven has been extremely, like the last few games we've casted, Sven has been all over the show, destroying people left, right and center, as well as also running into a bit of trouble as well. But we've seen some mass armor strats there from Sven, of course, with his Warcry, plus backed up as well by items such as some mech, causing, like, basically giving his team a huge armor bonus, and even being able to stop the damage being dished out by something as nasty as Chaos, a really fun but Chaos Knight. Virtus.Pro, speaking of armor, Virtus.Pro open up with a ton of negative armor here in the form of Templar Assassin as well as a Bounty Hunter. Looks like VP are going to go gank happy as usual. Now the double pick here for Zero. Now what are they going to come up with? Now we've got the solo mid sorted out for Virtus.Pro. Probably going to see Bounty Hunter as a suicide solo. That is a normal way to see him played. However, of course, we did see S4 yesterday take the Bounty Hunter solo mid. But as he said afterwards, it mostly came to the fact that he was pulled items. He was given that extra regen so he could buy up the poor man's shield straight away to give him a lot more resilience in the early game.
Reserve time.
Sven stands ready.
And there we go, Sven being picked up already. Now this definitely, that negative armor is going to help out, or at least help Virtus.Pro focus fire down targets during the late game. However, that said, Virtus.Pro could be struggling in the mid game depending how fast Zero get rolling. But that said, Bounty Hunter is a pretty decent response there to Sven, just because track in the middle of a fight is going to make it very hard for him to keep to grips with a particular target unless Zero can provide a lot of natural lockdown there with stuns. So we've seen exactly how annoying it can be trying to try and run down a target when he himself or a nearby friend is tracked up and giving them a big movement speed buff. But now Virtus.Pro with their third pick here, probably going to see a support picked up. Now Jakiro is still in the pool actually. Darkster also being picked up by Zero. Now that of course is going to help out with the track issue, the fact that Surge, Darkseer goes really nicely with Sven. Surge as well as Iron Shell work very well with his skill set. Sven of course wanting to get close to the enemy, and Surge and Iron Shell working well to both of those. Nature's Prophet being picked up by Virtus.Pro. Interesting choice there. Nature's Prophet hasn't been as popular as of late, although I mostly blame that on the prevalence of Wisp. And it just comes in the fact whenever Nature's Prophet tries to get some ability happening, tries to start jumping around the map, getting some pushes happening, Wisp and whoever he's buddying up with tend to just sort of teleport there behind him and kick his teeth in. It's relatively frustrating for him to then try and do a whole lot for the team. So if he can't get mobile, the issue is pretty much he's just got to sort of not participate and either show up to 5-man pushes, in which case, you know, why not pick somebody else who's better at the whole 5-man team fighting business, or he sort of just sits in the jungle and tries to farm like crazy and then sort of out-carry people in the mid-game. Either way, it's not a huge boon there. But however, they have banned out the Wisp straight away, so maybe this is why we'll see a bit more action from the Fury, and we'll see exactly how Virtus.Pro run this. We have Disruptor banned out as well, of course, keeping Disruptor away from NS. NS does play a very mean thrall there. And Jakiro being banned up by Virtus.Pro. Definitely Zero could do with some supports, and of course Jakiro is pretty much the #1 support. I would say pretty much the #1 support in the game at the moment. Of course Wisp, Keeper, maybe not so much Keeper, but Wisp is definitely up there with him just because of shenanigans you can get up to. Also Rubik is extremely popular just because of the spells he can get his hands on during the match. Of course we're seeing how well well, basically a clutch Ravage can completely turn around to fight if you can get that steal off. Venomancer being banned out by Zero as well. Interesting. I think they're worried about the scouting potential there from the wards more than anything else. It is definitely quite annoying to try and set up those ganks when you have Plague Wars watching every single corner of the map. Of course, Venomancer, another very popular support hero. Although that said, I haven't seen a lot of him the last couple of days. He really has been overlooked a little bit. Tidehunter being banned out as the final pick there
Dire team banned.
for Zero, as well as Enchantress also being banned out by by Virtus.Pro. We'll see if they're worried about Chen as well. But it will be the Enigma, of course. Enigma, a very fast jungler. But Zero picking up yet another stun and more AoE. Zero opening up with some fairly nasty teamfight potential at the moment. Of course, the AoE is pretty good. They don't have the huge AoE CC, of course, as something like a Tidehunter Ravage or a Black Hole, both those being banned out there. But however, coupled with Vacuum, a well-placed Vacuum plus a Stormbolt or Split Earth can really set a fight up quite nicely, especially since Batrunner can also, once he gets his blink, he'll be able to get people moving in, focused in on him as he tries to drag somebody away from the fight.
10 seconds remaining.
Now we have the fourth pick here from Virtus.Pro. They are definitely looking for some kind of hard support here, unless they're planning to do something crazy. Of course, we've seen way back in the past, Natural 9 actually use Nature's Prophet as a hard support. Of course, Snoopy playing that, which actually worked out not too badly. Of course, Nature's Prophet is one of those heroes. You can ask him to do anything because of the way he jungles. He jungles quite effectively and quickly. He gets a lot of money happening, especially once he hits level 6. He can start spamming that Nature's Wrath, just pushing lanes all around the map and getting up a lot of money. So he can do it at a pinch just because he's rolling in cash, so he's always got spare money for wards there. However, I kind of doubt it in this case. In this case, he might actually be jungling, unless Virtus.Pro are planning on running the Bounty Hunter as some kind of semi-carry. If they put him in the safe lane, they could try and achieve that, but I get the feeling that he's going to be in the suicide lane, and Nature's Prophet is likely to be in the jungle here. Which to me says Virtus.Pro, they want some kind of primary farming for their safe lane, as well as some kind of hard support. We'll see whether or not they're going for some kind of hard carry. I don't really think they could go for a hard carry in this case, not against the lineup that Zero are pulling out at the moment, because Nature's Prophet, not very much teamfight potential there, has counter push potential. Templar Assassin has some mostly single target DPS, same for Bounty Hunter, mostly single target DPS. They don't really have that AoE potential, whereas you look at what Zero have right now, if they start forcing those 20-minute teamfights, they really do have a much superior line. And then we throw in a Vacuum as well as a Magnetor ult. Oh wow, okay, so things are going to get a little messy here, and it looks like Zero are going to be opting to try and push those early team fights. Of course, if Darkseid gets a lot of early farm, we've seen exactly how annoying that can be if he picks up that early pipe and mech, although in this case, I don't think they'll really need the pipe. In fact, they pretty much, the only source of magic damage I can see here is the Shadow Poison, Nature's Wrath, and the Shuriken Toss. That's pretty much it. That's their magical damage source, so I doubt a pipe will be on the list of things to get this match. However, we have had a disconnect. Okay, Santa's back in now, and let me just, I remembered, look at me, I did it, I'm so proud of myself. No, I'm not, I just haven't gone full retard for a change.
10 seconds.
Just got to get used to doing it now while we have the downtime in between these areas.
5 seconds
We'll call out the players in a second, and it looks like Pass has actually tagged up with the full-on Zero tags. It looks like he might be their replacement. Of course, we have had a departure in the Zero lineup as of recently, but let's call out the players now. Alright, so, playing for the Radiant side, for Zero, we have Kuriki playing the Magnus, Fatta playing Batrider, Alex on Leshrac, Pass playing Darkseer, and Black playing the Sven. And on the Dire side, for Virtus.Pro, we have NS playing Shadow Demon, KSI on Nature's Prophet. We have Light of Heaven playing Templar Assassin, Santa playing Bounty Hunter, and Arse Art playing, what was their final one? Slardar, that was it. Slardar was indeed their final pick there. Virtus.Pro is not Na'Vi. No, they just have a couple of Na'Vi stand-ins. But yes, a lot of scary teamfight potential here. Zero are looking quite nasty if they force those early fights. On the other hand, if they try and force those early fights, I think we're probably going to see Virtus.Pro just split up and try and pick off stragglers and probably just counter-push with Nature's Prophet. I think they will try and avoid any kind of stand-up 5v5 as much as they can, because in all honesty, they really don't have the same potential. Furion's own potential in the early game teamfight's not huge. He's really more of a tank. Already shows up unexpectedly, gets the sprouts down, throws in those auto attacks, that sort of thing. Or the Nature's Wrath just randomly dealing damage when people least expect it. Is Magnus, where is he? It looks like Magnus might actually be taking Looks like Magnus might be going mid. Batrider possibly jungling in this situation. Okay, no, this is actually... I'm not dead. I have no idea where that Magnus is going. That Alex is going to be babysitting Black down here. Now, it looks like Bounty Hunter is probably headed for the Suicide Solo, actually. Where are we going with Furion? Okay, I have no idea what Furion is up to just yet. We'll see what he gets. He's decided to start with no items at the moment. Actually, no, he's going back to base. Never mind. He was just moving out to get trees from a little bit further down. He's going to use these to try and jack the creep wave now.
30 seconds to battle.
See Leshrac, though, expanding all of his mana, and he's just... Oh, okay, it's an interesting choice. Basically, what he's going to do, rather than pulling to here all the time, he's also going to pull to the hard camp like that. So it's nice decision-making there. And we've... Oh, okay, we're going for mass pulls here. We've also had this knockdown, and I think they're going to leave... Okay. Complete and utter clear felling. Looks like Kurikin will be pulling here for Batrider. Batrider instead taking the solo mid, which against Templar Assassin makes a lot of sense. Batrider makes life very, very difficult for Templar Assassin indeed. Darkseer is going to be taking the top lane. 1v2, although he should be able to handle this fairly easily. Iron Shell is always going to be annoying for Slider to have to go up against. Every time he goes to the last hit, he's going to get a little bit of damage dealt to him. And of course, Darkseer can just use that to get some CS, as well as the fact that he is mostly going to be left to his own devices here. There's only going to be one hero harassing him. Furion might pop out every now and then, but he doesn't have to fear too much from the Sprout Trap, just because he has that vacuum to cut down the trees if necessary. In fact, did he start up? He also started up with 6 tangos as well, so he should be okay in that regard. And you see that already Light of Heaven struggling somewhat there with this lane. He is not going to enjoy this at all. The Batrider is definitely going to frustrate him quite a bit. Now we have a counterward already thrown down. Bounty Hunter, I'm not sure if he's aware that he's sitting right next to this. He's going to just harass there, gets a stun to the face. Chain stun cover, there's the split. Bounty Hunter goes in Viz now, realizes they can see him. Couple mortal attacks here, should be able to walk away from this though. Unfortunately, they aren't quite able to run him down. It was a nice attempt though. Sven now pretty much dry on mana. They might even share a clarity for him in a second. Bounty Hunter being forced to use his potion already. Just wondering if he was hoping if he could duck inside this little area in the trees there, but as it was, unable to. He's probably not going to be able to sneak in there either. We see Pass now getting harassed a little bit more. Okay, now apparently Furion is Havorst, not Light of Heaven. They made a mistake when they told the admin who it was. Okay, so there we go. That is in fact a Light of Heaven. Not Light of Heaven, but Havorst. That makes a bit more sense, because I was going to say Light of Heaven playing the Templar Assassin a little bit weird, whereas Havorst is a bit more suited to that role, I think.
And after them.
Okay, aside, they're going to be farming this jungle. There we go. Again, more harassment. Pass struggling to get his level 2 at the moment. Only 62 experience. However, of course, the Iron Shells are pushing up cash here from a distance. And of course, there's that harassment. Even though he's not really being targeted by it, every time he gets close to last hit or gets chased by the creep slider, he's going to take some serious damage from that Iron Shell. It's only level 1 at the moment. There we go. Magnus now getting that pull happening there in the mid lane. It's going to deny a lot of experience. And this is definitely going to suck for Templar Assassin. I almost feel like she should probably just back off and try and stack and farm the easy camp a little bit, just because she's losing so much experience in the lane regardless. As there we go, Kuro stop from Havorst. Not too amused with the pulling that's going on at the moment. Even if it doesn't deny the entire wave, it completely messes up the creep equilibrium. As we see there, this is just going to get these creep killed very quickly by the tower, and it's going to push the wave back once again. And there we go, again that spam from the sticky napalm. Where's Bounty Hunter? Bounty Hunter skulked around to mid. I think he was looking to see if he could either jack a pull or at least pick somebody up there. Might have harassed Kuriki just a little bit, as we see the pick off there on Pass. Pass somehow managing to get himself caught out there. His Surge apparently not being able to save him from Slaughter, managing to run him down there. And they will give away the first blood to the top lane. Interesting that it generally takes a lot of trouble to try and run down the Darkseer, especially at an early level, but in this case seems like they managed it. Level 2 Sprint, Level 2 Crush. Looks like we aren't going for the Level 4 Bash build. Look at the farm at the moment. Slada and Sven currently sitting on equal terms. 22 and 3, 21 and 9, fairly even. Batrider 21 and 2 a mid. And we see poor old Templar Assassin stuck on 13 and 2. Definitely not having the best of times here. We see she's also ducked in the jungle. I would not be surprised if she's looking to farm that easy camp a little bit, just to try and keep her gold up a little bit. As we see Pass now into trouble again. They've dived all the way down here. They really want to get rid of him. See the disruption there on Shadow Demon. Going to keep himself alive. Now the question is, can they cut off Arstar here? There we go. The Shockwave going to deal some serious damage. Skewer as well, and a couple of auto attacks. Oh no. There we go. Soul Catcher as well. And Arstar should be able to escape here. Flame Break coming, going to knock him back. And in the end, he will get taken out. They're turning around now, going for NS. Kuruki now taking a lot of damage. However, they won't have the stun here this time. Well, they will. They have the ult there from Fado. It's going to bring him down. A good counter attack here. And a decent trade on their semi-carry. Pass falling there, but they get the slider for it in the end. That's definitely more valuable. Now we see Bounty Hunter picking up a double damage rune, using that with the Poor Man's Shield to clean up the pull camp there. Just going to deny that pull from Alex for a little bit. See, now Alex is heading over there to try and stack it and discovers, oh no, it's gone. The top lane, Arsart, again, going to hop some harassment there from that Ion Shell. And Pass still working on that Soul Ring. Unless it's no Soul Ring on there as well. Now he's getting sent. In fact, he's actually decided to pick up boots first. I think this is possibly just to try and outrun things. It seems Slider has picked up. It's probably why Slider could run him down. He picked up those early boots. Same for Shadow Demon. You combine that with the fact that Surge would, the valuableness of Surge would be cut down a little bit by the stun. And there we go, Disruption coming in from the side there, just going to harass him a little bit onto the sprint, coming in Soul Catcher as well, Furion coming up, there's the stun as well, Furion showing up, and Pass likely to fall here. Nicely played there by NS, and unfortunately, looks like Pass was not paying attention because he could see the Shadow Demon coming from quite a way. In fact, he was probably had his screen up here just watching, going, keeping an eye on the lineup there, as it looks like Havor's got picked up as well in the middle of that. Kuruki now heading towards the mid lane, has picked up a ward. I think he might be trying to pick up some arcane boots here, we'll see. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter visible once again. Regeneration Rune being snagged there by NS before Fada can get his hands on it. Furion now back in the mid, of course, Havor's back in the mid there. And it looks like Bounty Hunter skulking about, looking for a potential gank once again. Or not, he's actually just wrapping around. He's going to go back to his lane. I think he's scared of coming up around about here. And there we go, nope, they're not going to charge towards him. Although, actually, if Bounty Hunter gets too close, he's probably going to cop another stun to the face. And with God's Strength now, that could definitely be a bit of a miss. Ward's getting chucked down by NS. We see Furion, Havor's there in the mid, going to get hit by the Flame Break. Just knocked to the side, though, nothing serious. NS, though, is on hand, so if he gets ganked, he'll be able to disrupt him and just keep a lot of damage off him. Check the gold for the teams at the moment. Slightly favouring the Dire at the moment. Not by much. We see the stun guard there on Santa. Can't disjoin it. Has been slotted up there. Dodges the Split Earth, though, and will walk away. Had he been hit by that Split Earth, probably would have been lights out. They do have the Lightning Storm as well. They haven't... Oh, looks like a bit of a gank in mid. NS now could be in some trouble. Fana now moving. Lasso has already been used. Flame Break knocks him back. Kuruki now. Will he decide to go in? I think he's changed his mind. Pops down the Shockwave once again. Furion's Dreams also moving. Furion also showing up. Looks like they will back off in the end. And he did pick up those arcane boots. Now Fada in a bit of trouble there. He's going to get caught out. Should be able to escape. The Surge being used to get him free. Kuruki now being slowed down once again. Throwing out another Shockwave. Not doing anything to Havor's. As you see, throws down a trap. Also still has that Soul Catcher on him. As they're going to try and run down the Furion now. And he could be in some serious trouble. There's the Skewer going to knock him into the wall there. Now the Firefly as well as the Iron Shell going to knock off all those refraction charges. The Flame Break going to knock him back into the Firefly. As well as a Shockwave sent through for good measure. Unfortunately, Havor's overextending their KSI, also showing up in the mid lane as well to help out. Really not being able to do a whole lot there. Looks like he's going for an early Midas. Is going to be able to pick that up fairly soon. Now the question is, how long is it going to take until Zero are ready to go on teamfight? Because they do want to get things rolling before KSI amasses a ridiculous amount of money and starts counter pushing all of their lanes. He's picked up there. It looks like Sven is going for the early BKB here. Has picked up at the Ogre Club. The Midas has been finished there for Furo. Now he's going to be, well, he's going to accelerate that farm quite rapidly. He's going to bring up the GPM at the moment. We see 400 GPM there for Sven. Similar deal there for the Sliders. While the stun goes down the Bounty Hunter, though, about to regret doing this. Bounty Hunter gets dropped there now. We've got Havorst giving chase to Alex. Alex will get dropped. Now Sven actually trying to gun for them, although he may be in some trouble. He gets disrupted there. Going to try and take NS with him. Gets slowed by the Stunning Trap. Getting body blocked a bit there. There's a Surge to try and get him out of trouble. Gets body blocked by his own creep. Turns around once again. That Stormbolt going to get strength out there on KSI. KSI gets drilled down there. Lasso there on Havorst. Havorst, so Firefly, they will finish him up, and a very nice counter-attack there. TP counter-attack there from Zero, bringing down several heroes in trade there for Alex or Shrek. And they're also going to get a bit of a push happening on top of that. Should be able to drill down this creep fairly easily, and there we go. Going to move here and clean this up. All of the ports here might force them back off. Glyph being popped as well. Batrider going to tank some damage for his creep wave, and I think they may need, yes, they will back down indeed. I see Sven has switched to the agility treads, probably going to pop Magic Wand in a second and switch back to strength.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, could be wrong, and he's just going to sit on 500 health because he feels like it. There we go. Now Templar Assassin has got the boots. Obviously has not had the best of starts. See, 220 gold per minute. Not the best of starts at all. Still working towards her phase boots. Assuming she's gone phase boots. Every now and then we see trades, but in all honesty, I do prefer the phase boots build. Just to help out with mobility. Yes, needs to be careful here. Bounty Hunter could go. Actually, no, he's only got level 2 Shuriken and Janata. Probably won't be able to manage this solo. Will need some help before he can go for it, but he does have help coming. Here comes the Shadow Demon, tracks him up. Gets stunned there as they apparently managed to spot him up regardless. Magnetor going, throws out the shockwave, but they pick off Magnus as well. Gets close to getting himself a double kill, but in the end, too aggressive. They pay for it with their own 2 heroes lost there. Now Arsart farming away has picked up this he's had this Vanguard for a couple of minutes. Here we see Furion picks up, rather I should stop calling Furion. We have a Furion in the match. Rather Havorst has picked up a double damage room. Just going to use that to clean up a camp there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And this looks like he's going to try and build an Urn of Shadows. Fairly normal stuff. Looks like Arsart possibly about to get counter ganked here if they decide to TP up there. If Pass goes up there as well, they might be able to cause something. But at the moment, actually no, he's got help there. He should be okay in the end. Huron can always teleport in at the last moment there to help try and help things out. Meanwhile, Fana in mid has picked up 1600 gold. Working towards that Blink Dagger, of course, becomes a lot more effective once it gets the Blink. But really, he either needs a BKB or I do prefer early Force stuff as well. Really good stuff on the Batrider. Goes with that Blink quite nicely. Apparently, Havorst needs 2 minutes before we can go again. Fana has gone for Tranquil. Let's bring up the items there. Tranquil Boost fairly normal on Batrider, and they are quite nice indeed for any sort of roaming ganker there. Now Kuroki has picked up the Arcane Boots. Is he working towards anything? Just actually, he hasn't got that much money. Unless something's on the courier. Looks like there's a brace, although we'll see who that's for, though. That might just be for Darkseer. We'll see who that actually goes out to. It could even be, that brace could actually even belong to Leshrac, but we'll see. Unless Magnetor is hoping to buy them drums for the team, that's also a possibility. Sven definitely will appreciate that. Shit, could even be Sven's. But Sven, of course, will appreciate that aura quite a lot. Just notice, Sven actually did a bit of a mistake during that last fight. Didn't actually pop his magic wand. I mean, that could have been a completely different fight if Sven had remembered to pop his magic wand during that attack. Because Bounty Hunter, of course, only has a level 2 Shuriken and only picking up the extra 2 levels of Janata after that double kill. Why do I keep saying Havorst? It's because supposedly the stand-in here, stand-in Furion, is actually Havorst. So that's why I'm calling him that. I was told it was Light of Heaven before, apparently that was incorrect, so now I'm calling him Havorst. And hopefully, I've been told the correct name now. And yes, Bambo has left. Sexy Bambo has left for Absolute Legends. Which is why we've got a couple of different names there in Zero. And it actually looks like Pass will be a permanent player for them. KSI, 1400 gold in the bank. Now we'll see if he goes for some kind of semi-late game Furion, or if he's planning to go for some kind of mid-game. They pick up the early mech, early pipe even. They could indeed use the pipe. There is a fair amount of magical damage coming out from Zero's lineup. Definitely would be worthwhile. The gold chart there is favouring the die at the moment. 1500 gold, as well as around about a 1k experience lead as well, fairly comfortable. You see there it's actually swinging back and forth, so still could be anyone's game at the moment. And there we go, ready to rock and roll. Looks like Batrider doing the heavy lifting on the Radiant side as well, though Black has picked up 2 kills of his own. Meanwhile, NS doing the work for his team, doing the work for Virtus.Pro. They're 3-1 and 3, has been on top of things, although several of them have been picking off the fairly vulnerable Darks here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So they might be able to actually push this bottom tower again. It has been knocked down by a third there. Now Havor sitting up here in the top lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Fury, oh, Havor's just sitting there in the trees. Santa also, this skull. I think Kuroki realized, something's wrong here, and backs off. Decides to go nowhere near that.
Dire's bottom tower
Has
is
picked up some
under
counter
attack.
wards for his team as well. Sven also skulking around here as well. It looks like Furion coming down here to counter push, or possibly farm the Ancients. We'll see. No, it looks like he is actually going to counter push here with the trees and possibly try. No, I thought he might be going to stack there with that one tree, but looks like he's going to go and scout the rune instead. Not that he actually needs to, because they have
Dire's middle tower
the
is
Sonic
under
trap there, so
attack.
never mind. But looks like Havors as well as actually no, Havors backing off. And it looks like the rest of Virtus.Pro can push in on this top tower.
Radiant structures
Banner
are
also has picked up his Blink Dagger though, so he's become a much larger threat now. And he can just jump in and pick people off. Might even see him gun for Templar Assassins, try and knock her out of the fight early. That'll get his hands on the Shadow Demon, of course, a really nasty force multiplier. But the port in towards mid looks like they're going to try and stop the push in mid. NS is here, another port coming in at the moment. There's a Sonic Trap as we see Fatta hit the Firefly and then jump over the trees, tries not to get caught out, gets hit by the amp damage. They can see exactly what he's up to. In fact, it looks like they're going to chase him, although I doubt they can catch him. He's got that Blink Dagger. They've also tracked up Paz. Paz now going to need to dodge a stun. Managed to get away from the Slithering Crush, although Surge about to run out. The Sonic Trap also going to catch him. Alex down pointing to mid, but they've got the tracks there as well as the amplified damage. That is a lot of negative armor they can stack on people. That is definitely a disgusting amount of negative armor they can stack on people. He's throwing a meld hit in there. There's another tracking thrown in the Blink in there from Batrider. Just going to throw down the sticky napalm. I think he was hoping he was going to could catch him and drag him back in the line of sight there at the counter ward, but it wasn't to be. See KSI though mounting his own counter push here, so it looks like Sven is going to go down there to try and stop things, but the push is going to happen mid now. You see the Shadow Poison being spammed right about now. Maybe it can hold him off, maybe it can't. Looks like he is going to manage to drag the creep off the tower for a bit. Meanwhile, Sven going to go to town there on KSI. Got another port coming in, although Furion going to try and teleport out. The stun probably won't come in time. Skill also unable to achieve anything there. Furion teleporting out in time before he can get clobbered by that. Track getting tossed down there on pass. We'll see what happens. See what Man's saving up for us. See the drag back down. Shadow Demon going to drag back the Firefly. Split Earth as well as the Flame Break enough to easily clean him up. Slider now sprinting in. Just going to get some last hits, so not actually going to be able to deal anything with a counter attack on his own. Slider looks like he's building towards a BKB at the moment. It has picked up an Ogre Club. Meanwhile, top lane, Pass working towards, looks like he's working towards the mech. Like I said, they really don't need a pipe against this lineup, so I doubt we'll see him go for that. He'll just need to pick up that mech, and then we'll probably he could even try and finish the Vanguards, but we'll see what he goes for. They might even get a Blink Dagger to try and set things up as well on him. I mean, mobility is key on just about any hero, so Blink Dagger works on just about anything. And of course, we've seen exactly how annoying Blink Dagger Darkseers can be in the past. Now we see Alex just going to stack that easy camp and farm it for himself. Meanwhile, Furion holding off this push on the bottom lane. And Sven has indeed picked up the bracer. It looks like he may be picking himself up a set of drums, except he's sitting on 2,000 gold at the moment. He may actually just be going for that full BKB in a moment. We'll see. Kuriki's going to feel pretty stupid if he messes this up. We'll see. Keep an eye on him. Arsa's response just throws his ult at him, keeps him spotted up there. Shockwave being sent out.
Not for you.
Kuriki being fancy, but in the end not really achieving a whole lot. Sven just going to keep last seeing that, and again Furion going to try and hold off the push here. KSI going to duck into the trees. So in fact, what has KSI picked up? He hasn't decided on anything yet. We see the Firefly though spotting up the Furion, blinking forwards over the top of the trees, and they will pick off Furion. Furion forgetting that they could indeed spot him out there, and now we see disruption there on Sven. Sven now trying to back up the purge there on top of Leshrac. Leshrac gets finished off there. Furion buys back, jumps back into the fray. The stun there, Slithering Crush. Can he pot out Black trying to get away? Black will manage to escape. A blink out there from Batrider. Signing traps. 1, 2 coming up. Fatter now trying to teleport out as well. Can he escape? He also will manage to back off. 2 teleports there, saving lives just in time. Sven, in fact, keeping 2 in his pocket. Unfortunately, Shrek was picked off. But at the very least they traded it for a Furion kill, as it looks like the tower also taking a bit of damage as well. But now the counter push happening, and the Dire should be able to pick off this first tier bottom tower before any defense can be mustered by the Radiant. They don't have a glyph up either to try and stall this, so there we go. Will be brought down fairly quickly, so in the end, they lose a fairly semi-important hero here in the form of KSI's Furion, but at the same time, it does allow them to pick up a tower kill at the cost of a buyback. Open up the item tab once again, see if anything's got anything interesting. Pass still working towards that mech. Fatter saving up for something. Let's see, it looks like Furion, Divorce may actually, remember Divorce may actually be building. He's not going for the early blink dagger. Looks like he could actually be building a BKB first, although that could also be a Desolator, we'll see. Slater also working towards his own BKB there. Meanwhile, mid lane going to get pushed here by the Radiant side. Blink Dagger being picked up by Magnetor now. And now the problems start for Virtus.Pro. We're going to see a lot of team fights, I think, being forced here. I see the blink in there from Batrider. Gets over the top of the trees once again. Uses that line of sight from Firefly. Going to try and pick up the Shattered Image. There's Disruption though inside the Firefly. Once again, ult there from Magnus. Possibly slightly wasteful. They're only hitting 1 hero. Now we've got the stun there from Arstar. Going to get himself free. Horse moving in. Going to Fuse. Throwing a big meld there. Can he bring down Fatter? Not quite. The damage is not enough. Although Fatter actually gets brought down by Nature's Buff and teleports in behind him. And now we see the stun going there as well on Santa, although it's now going to be a 3v2 in a second. They pick off the Sven. They also get Alex's Leshrac. And it looks like in the end, Virtus.Pro do pick up a couple of kills, or they do lose their mid tower in the process. And possibly, yes, also their top tower as well. So 2 towers at the top there, trading for 3 heroes for 2. But they get 2 towers out of it, so either way, fairly even. But it looks like Virtus.Pro are going to use this opportunity to try and pick up an early Roshan. 3k advantage at the moment for Virtus.Pro, as well as a 1500 experience lead. Roshan definitely going to help out quite a bit. Fatter is going to Firefly up, see if he can possibly try and jack this, although it looks like they can see him, and they pick him up there with Disruption. Looks like they're going to try and clean him up there. And there we go, Fatter likely to get taken out. Way too easy, although here comes Magnus, so pushes him back into the pit. And now gets trapped up by the Scrum. Not exactly sure what Kuriku was thinking here. Decided, yo, I can kill everything. And then realizing, actually, I can't 1v5 them. It's not going to work.
Forever.
We see Sven though, BKB is finished up though. Can pretty much go Hulk mode fairly soon. Once he gets that BKB, we have to worry about the Shattered him purging him non-stop and just slowing him to a crawl in the middle of the fight. Probably the most frustrating thing for him, as well as his Sonic Traps. And then we've got Arsat though, just farming up in here, also working towards his own BKB, seems to be well on the way. Now Bounty Hunter has also picked up his own set of drums, 500 gold in the bank. And has Templar Assassin? Yes, she has. There's a BKB for Templar Assassin. Not going to be any of that Desolator business.
Warriors of the wood.
Batrider now. 300 gold in the bank. Now ball ports to the bottom and looks like they're ready to try instead of a counter gank here though. Looks like Havor's actually going invisible right about now. Gonna have his refraction knocked off. Gets spotted up by a counter ward. Unfortunate indeed. I think they must have seen him go there. As it looks like Alex now running the wrong way. Gonna get picked off by Perry. Here's it. BKB's front and center. Slider now gonna try and pick off Black. Black though has popped into Hulk mode. Gonna try and take out Slider. Have to force him back off though. It looks like there goes the Magnetor surging forwards there with his skewer. And now another slow there on Black. Black though should be able to get away, but they bring down Havorst in the end. He will be forced to pop that Aegis down. The Batrunner jumps in on top of Slider though. Disruption being used to try and keep him safe for damage. Slider continuing to press forward, misses with the Slithering Crush. They bring down the Shadow Demon. The track being used there on Fatter. And now they also drop Kuriki. So it's a 4-for-1 trade there, unfortunately. Although this might even be 5 as he gets slowed there, and the round not going to be able to trap anything just yet with that Firefly up. And it will be a 4-for-1 trade. They don't stack on a second slow stun there. But not a good result for Zero at all. Definitely not what they wanted. It looked like they had a good start. Unfortunately, they kind of split and scattered in different directions and got picked off very quickly. I also don't think they were expecting quite that many BKBs to get thrown in their face. Slider as well as Templar Assassin only just finishing theirs off now. It's a good attempt there on Templar Assassin. Unfortunately, just couldn't stick the damage there. She popped that BKB. And Alex now about to get picked off again. Gets hit by Mel. Does get brought down as well. Banner going to give chase. There's a surge on top there. The ports are coming in. The bleak force there on Arsad. Gets hit by a stun. The BKB up again from Templar Assassin. Mel there on Kuriki. Kuriki in a lot of trouble. He's not any more escape. He gets dragged back in though by the vacuum. Kuriki might be able to get away. It's slowed down once again by that Sonic Trap there. As the Flame Break also going to knock the horse back there. The Shockwave getting sent back in, and they're just going to try and burn down TA there with the DOTs. It looks like she's going to try and back off there as Kuriki gets picked off by Santa. Stun goes out though, and they will bring down Santa as well. There's the Flame Break. 3 for 2 there. But yeah, it's still getting fairly messy here for Zero. They really want to be pushing a little bit harder, taking more towers, and they're generally just losing the map bit by bit here. But Alex getting picked out time and time again. Leshrac really needs to watch his positioning. I mean, where he ran here, I guess he thought he didn't have much of an option, but by running into there, he got chased by 2 heroes and pinned down very quickly and killed extremely quickly. Maybe if he was spun for sort of a semi-carry Leshrac, he could spend time juking those trees and would have enough time to make his DOTs work, but he's only got a level 1 Edict. His pulse, he doesn't have enough mana to really sustain, so really, he can't really take on a lot of heroes by himself, despite his huge amount of AoE DPS. People are accusing me of saying Chaos Knight during this cast. I don't think I've said Chaos Knight once. I'm not even calling Sven by his name Rogue Knight. So I don't know where you're getting Chaos Knight out of. Maybe I'll go back and listen to myself, see if I can find a Chaos Knight in there. But I do not think I've said Chaos Knight, not even once. I know some people complain about my accent. Whenever I say M5, people think I'm saying Empire. But I say M5 as in Moscow 5. I don't know. To me, it's weird. To me, it's very, very weird. And what have we got there? Is it drums being picked up by someone? Looks like Shadow Demon working towards some drums. Furion, though, should stop that. Havorst has picked up another Mithril Hammer. That looks like it must be a Desolator. I can't really see him going towards a Maelstrom. And they have spotted up some trouble here, although it looks like Shadow Demon may back off in time. They throw it in the counter wards, though. Just going to pick those off. So they spotted Shadow Demon warding there. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter, he has picked up his own Vladimir's offer. It looks like he's also working towards a BKB as well. And Sven now, I assume that's going to be an assault there, just for the attack speed. And looks like Black doesn't want to go for that Mask of Madness, of course, gives him huge attack speed. Plus that mobility during fights as well. But it comes at the cost, of course, at effective health.
Double damage.
We'll see the assault getting finished up fairly soon. I mean, I really see it's the only place they're going with that plate mail. But now the push is on the second tier tower mid, as it looks like Arsat will be farming top though. He's not going to move from top there. Track goes out on the Sven there, so it looks like Havor's going to back up. Shadow Demon there, Bounty Hunter as well. Split Earth landing on Arsat there. He teleports in. Last 2 on him as well. Can they get a disruption save on him? There we go, the disruption trying to save his life there. Will it be enough? BKB's up. The damage from Sven though is quite nasty, although Sven getting slow once again, actually trying to back up here. Kuriki also backing up as well, and now Sandy getting caught out inside that wall of replica, although he will manage to escape. They're also getting dusted up, but here we go, Split Earth once again will bring down Templar Assassin, jumps in a little bit too far. And now Fado moving back up. They have actually picked up a couple of Ghost Scepters here. As Fado has his first one, blinks forward there. Flame Break knocking back. Skewer though knocking him forwards. Shockwave to finish. Arsat throwing, no, cancelling a stun. Decides not to crush. And it looks like Zero finally gets some traction underneath them. Going to heal up Sven there and then keep pushing forwards.
Dire structures are fortified.
Apparently I called KSI Chaos Knight. I think I just said KSI and someone messed it up with my accent. Just saying, guys. Could have called him Chaos Knight. Alex now going to throw down the stun there as it's going to hit two of them, but unfortunately not going to save his life. Meanwhile, it's going to buy time for Pass to try and teleport away. Just getting away. Just barely escaping. Oh, I tell you what, Pass would have been clutching his underwear there, going, no, and just managing to get clear, but now KSI back in the mid there, along with all his buddies. Looks like they're going to go for the mid tower, try and bring this down. It is fairly low, they should be able to kill this. A little bit of scouting being done there by the trench, just keep an eye on what's going on. Fado moving up, getting tracked up almost immediately, blinking back. They're going to have to sack this tower, though, gets brought down extremely quickly. Meanwhile, though, Horse just going to sit up there, farming away. They should be able to put some pressure on here, and it looks like they're just going to move away now. Bit of a rolling push team happening here. It looks like it's going to put some pressure on bottom. They'll try and gank someone they find in the jungle. Kuro though moving up mid. Magnus has also picked up his own Ghost Scepter there. Of course, just to try and shut down the damage there from Slardar as well as Bounty Hunter. All these physical based heroes, in fact Furion as well. They all need these auto attacks. Into the surge forward there from Pass. Can he find a target here? Looks like they're going to try and run down Slardar. Probably not going to happen. Furion though getting hit there by the Flame Break. Knocked out his teleport. It looks like he's also getting hit by... I don't think that Iron Shell was meant for him. I'm pretty sure it was meant to go on Fado, but he will get run down regardless. Furion, does he have enough for a buyback? Yes, he does indeed. His ult comes screaming through there as well, but he can buy back if necessary. Meanwhile though, the pressure is on top. Havor's going to be pressing on this one, and the teleport coming back there to try and stop it, although the creep going to do a fair amount of damage regardless. Now we see him trying to back off. Can he get away? Looks like Batrider's still going to give chase there. There's the second stack. And the Flaming Lasso as well. Now here comes Kuriki on top of that. Going to throw down the Empower. They're going to try and bring down the BKB being popped. And now Kuriki regretting his KSI also show up to the party. A slow being tossed down. There's the Sonic Trap. Kuriki there did pop down the Ghost Scepter. Doing a lot of damage into Havors. Brings down Havors. And can they go for two? Yes, they will. Although here comes the reinforcements for the die. They're going to walk into Passo. It is Arsat. Arsat, can he pick up a kill there? They're going to give chase still, but now here comes the Sticky Napalm. It's a Shadow, the Soul Catcher being thrown in there on Pass. Shuriken going to finish him off, as well as the Soul Catcher. Now Kuriki just trying to hide in the trees. He's been spotted though. Slardar with the Crush though, not doing enough though, as they throw out more Ghost Steps. Fada's still backing up. Disruption there on Kuriki. He's kind of in a lot of trouble there. I don't really see him escaping. He does get brought down. A stun there on Fada. Fada, if he gets bashed, he's all done for. Throws out the Firefly, but they will bring in a Stormbolt from soon. Lashrak is here as well. They're going to get... No, not quite! He pops the magic wand. And he will just manage to live on 60 health there. Arsat escapes. NS going to be following him there. And Black would be grinding his teeth in frustration. He had that one.
Regeneration.
Black King Bar, plate mail there. Sven still trying desperately to get up that. You really need some attack speed at the moment. I think it's the main issue. He's really struggling. But there we go. He has actually gone for the Mask of Madness as well. So he's picked that up instead. He said, screw it. I need some speed and attack. I need some move and attack speed right about now. So he picks it up. Also the fact, the extra armor, I think he possibly just... I mean, even if he's not going for the full curse, he needs this extra armor just because we have negative, I think, 16 from Slardar there. Ah, sorry, it's up to 20 now. Up to negative 20, and then you've, of course, got negative 8 from the meld, and then another 5 from... so you've got negative 30, potential negative 33 armor on a target. That makes Sven fall extremely quickly to these auto attacks. Negative 33 armor. That's utterly painful. Bring up the net goal worth now. We see Slater now currently on top, 12k. Yeah, followed by Sven, 10k. But the issue here, Batrider, Pass, Kuriki, all these heroes so far behind the pack. Uh-oh, smoke gank here. Possibly going to sweep around. It's going to wrap around from behind. Track is thrown to Sven. BKBs get popped. Sven now going to town. There's the lasso there. Going to try and clean him up. Vacuum straight back into the wall there. As it looks like Shockwave getting sent through. Arsart's still alive though. Getting blocked somewhat. Going to try and back up here. BKB still shielding him in the meanwhile. As it looks like he may actually get away here, as I think they've been forced to pop that Aegis now. Templar Assassin running off. Yes, TA has lost the Aegis by looks of things. Unless it's on the BH. No, BH doesn't have room for it. Throws down another track, and they just can't run them down with his track on them. It's giving them way too much speed, although a buyback there. Batrider buying back, getting brought down, although Templar Assassin bottling up a double down and they're going to pick off Alex. Poor Axe once again, pass down, moving to the fight. Look at him just melt though. Those physical damage attacks, so powerful. Furion now getting back to no train. When I say Furion, I mean Havorse there. As Bounty Hunter comes in and snipes himself, another kill. Being chased down though. They should be able to take him out. There we go, the track once again. Can they get him inside the Firefly? Tries to shoot backwards because it's burned down. And that movement speed there on Sven definitely helping him out in this fray. Meanwhile, what was that up there? KSI still pressing up on the top lane. Can someone explain why Havorst and Arsart are playing? Because they need stand-ins, and, well, if you're going to get stand-ins, might as well make it Na'Vi style. Might as well make it Na'Vi level stand-ins, why not? Now we see Batrider though picking up a Staff of Wisdom, most likely going to be picking up a 4-staff just to help him out again with mobility. Spendo still farming away there. 2.6k in the bank. I assume this is going to go towards his Hyperstone in a minute. They still haven't pushed down this first tier bottom talent, so we're going to try and finally make that happen there. God's strength is up. What they're really looking for though is a Magnus ult followed by a vacuum just to drag everybody. If they can get that with a stun and a few hits there from Sven, should be able to cleave everybody into oblivion. Especially if he gets a Crystallis next. Alex, he's picked up a Ghost Scepter, just trying to keep himself safe there. Nature's Prophet, of course, has had this Hex Stick for a little while now. Like he had that on that last gank they tried to run up on top where he got killed. We're going to see everybody except Sven pick up these Ghost Scepters now. They're going to try and pick off Furion. Can they get him here? Going to try and drag him back down the cliff there. As he will drag him back towards a pair of stuns there. And it looks like they will pick off... Oh, maybe not. One more auto attack. It will be enough as he runs him down there with a Mask of Madness. They pick off Havorst. That's a costly loss there. And it should be enough for them possibly to push down. Does he have a buyback there? No, he does not have a buyback. The Desolator was brought up in time though. They should have enough firepower to pick off this tier 2 tower, and I think they may actually just go for the counter push here and sack this tower, especially with Furion available. Yeah, Furion's just going for the counter push. You're not even going to bother with this tower. They haven't got much they can do with it anyway. Shadow Poison being shared around, but they should be able to bring this down in time. Meanwhile, Slater also going to put the pressure on mid here. Tracks getting tossed in for good measure. Now the team fight ability is still up for the Radiant side. They haven't burned their ultimates. We have last two up. We also have the Magnus ult on top of that. And Cleave being used as well. They're going to try and make use of this 20 seconds for sure while Templar Assassin is down. Vader blinking forwards. Not going for the last two there. Not making good use of that surge at all. Now he will back up as well. That track getting spread. It looks like they said, you know what, we're just going to back up and counter push here. About to lose. In fact, they're just going to go for the deny here. Should be able to get that. Yes, they do. Magnus gets out one. Meanwhile, they poured out, and unfortunately, going to have a couple of heroes picked up here. Batrider going to be one of the unfortunate to fall there, as it's on the Shrek also in a lot of trouble. Pops his edict, but he is about to get wiped here. As we see the Crusher going to take him out. Batrider already having fallen. And there we go, that assault is finished. Sven definitely going to help out his team A with the negative armor there, as well as, well, just all round being a useful aura item. NS now could possibly be walking face first into a nasty gank, although it looks like he won't walk straight into it. So we see Santa invising up once again. He's going to scatter. I don't think we see any detection over here. No, I can't see any detection. Although, well, Magnus has some, but it's not planted yet. So Santa should be free to roam about. And he has actually picked up the diffusal blade. Oh boy, this is just mostly to annoy Sven. Get rid of those empowers. Get rid of those surges. And just cause trouble there. Courier comes out. Oh, okay. It's got a lot of stuff there. He's trying to transfer over. What did he drop there? He gave him a Vladimir's offering. Or going to do very nicely indeed. Anything they can get just to lower the amount of negative armor they're having stacked on them. Slow there on Black. Black should be able to get away from this. Actually, no, we've got more heroes moving in here. BKB being popped up by Sven. Sven actually Hulk moding out. He's going to go for a kill here. And KSI regretting this immensely. Last two there from Batrider. As it looks like Flame Break knocks her boss down the hill. Still stunned though. Gets cleaned up as well. They also pick up NS. A great 3 kills there. A triple kill for Black. And a buyback there from Furion. They're still pressing in though. There we go. Blink forward as well as a sticky napalm on Santa. They won't be able to find him though, as he just fades in invis and backs off. But the push is on. They've got 2 heroes down, and I think Zero, they can smell victory here, at the very least, a Rax. You see the massive cleave there from... Oh, good God, look at Black's cleave. Absolutely ridiculous there. Now going to just shoot through this tower. Buyback though from Shadow Demon as well. Templar Assassin doesn't have the money for it though. Has finished up there, so... But they should be able to take this Rax, although there's disruption preventing that teleport out. It's a bit of a base race here. Somebody's down the bottom lane pushing this bottom lane. Here it is. We've got Furion, and they're going to counter push here. They pick off a Rax themselves. Don't get one in the mid. And Virtus.Pro, fantastic result there from them. They pick off that bottom Rax. However, the counter-attack is still on the mid. They should be able to take this out as we see the delay there from Ennis. Can we get the ports back from the Dire team in time? No, they're just counter-pushing the top Rax. We need the Radiant side to clean this up and then teleport out ASAP. And just the fact is they don't think they have any ports. They've had all their ports cancelled left, right and centre by the Shadow Demon, just disrupting them. They're going for the sweep. They're taking the tower down. There's the Flame Break back. Now Batter now. He's going to pop that Ghost Scepter, trying to chase them off here. As we see Arsat going to teleport away. Lasso was not up, and he should be able to escape there. So they trade one Rax, or half a Rax for one, as well as the tower. Definitely a problematic issue there for Zero. If they keep pushing in like this and not managing to land them, as now, there we go, they pick off Sven. Sven, dear God, melted quite quickly there. Getting destroyed by his illusions. And the Sven buying back now. Has got a lot of, in fact, 2.1k in the bank still. Templar Assassin invis bottled up. This is frustrating for Zero. Every time they try and group up and push, this is going to get really annoying because Furion is just going to go and just be like that and just be that guy. Just not show up to the fights, not participate, and just go and push a tower by himself. See, the pressure is on mid once again while Furion is down. This is where Zero, they know they can make something happen. They don't have to worry about Furion being a total jerk. And they're going to try and sweep this Rax while Furion is dead, although I don't know how much they're going to get out of it. See, they're overpower from Sven. Giving him a lot of damage at the moment. Looks like they're going to bring this tower down as well. They should be able to get this, although Furion is up now. And he's going to try and sweep this tower. Sven has Hulk mode available if necessary. The slow being tossed in there. Sven taking a lot of damage. As it looks like, there we go, the Purge being used on Leshrac, a double Purge there as well. The ult there from Kuriki, though, only getting Arsat. Arsat now being attacked there by Sven. Wall getting thrown in, vacuums him straight back into the cleave, doing a lot of damage. Arsat trying to escape. The stun, the Stormbolt there, they will pick off Arsat. And now where is Furion? Furion now being chased around in circles, gets the Hex down on Kuriki, but he's being dragged back into a circle there, to a corner there. Lasso going to pin him down. KSI now getting picked off, and they should be able to sweep this Rax, although Creep working their way through the tier 4 towers. It's alright for now though. It looks like Bounty Hunter being chased by his illusion, not managed to pick him off. The Hulk mode from Sven is down, does have a Mask of Madness, so can gun for that if he wants to. We Arsat moving back in, did buyback, Pass now takes it down, Stormbolt getting tossed in, only going to hit Arsat. Sandra is still in the mix there, Mask of Madness being popped there by Sven, doing a ton of damage, getting those crits in. He's going to go to Arsat again, another stun, one more attack there, Firefly as well, and they'll bring down Arsat. The track's being sent in. It looks like Magnus now charging forwards. Going to throw down a Surge as well. I'm going to throw down a Skewer as well. And a Shockwave, but they should be able to get this Rax. Oh no, it looks like they're actually going to go for the... They say, screw it, go for the tier 4, go for the throne. Don't worry about the Rax. Just go for the throne, and they can probably take this. We've got 30 seconds here before the next serious hero is up. Shadow Demon can only do so much on his own. Santa's still alive, but at the best he can try and snipe somebody. But they're not even that low. There we go. Pass taking a bit of damage. BKB being popped there. And they will actually just drill down past very easily with that last two. Tier 4 towers in a 0 now, working on the throne. They should be able to get this 10 seconds on Furion. If he can get up in time, maybe they can try and stop this. But Hulk mode from Sven once again. He's got the damage here. Should be able to bring this down. And it looks like the base race strategy from Virtus.Pro was not enough to finish this. GG is called. And 0. They managed to cinch this one eventually by the might of Sven in the end. And I'm going to say a lot of hard work there from the Batrider. Yes, you can see 7, 5, and 2, but Sven 16, 4, and 9. But look at those assists on the Batrider. 23 assists. I'm going to be honest though, I don't know how much the Magnus really performed that match. Didn't really see him make huge ultimates or anything. Couple of nice ones, but nothing major, anything that made you scream out. But guys, that's just game 1. Stay tuned. We have game 2 coming up in a few seconds. Or in about 5 minutes rather. So stay tuned for that. And we should be, hopefully I can get Puppy in here unless he's got to go for, actually, I think they've got to go for a Na'Vi game against Empire, so we may not have the co-cast, unfortunately.